It is day 1376 of the war, and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine shows no sign of ending soon. From massive drone and missile strikes to high-stakes peace talks, here's where things stand now. As of the most recent update, Ukrainian forces report 271 combat engagements in a single day, facing a wave of attacks, missiles, airstrikes, drone swarms, artillery, including multiple launch rocket salvos and kamikaze drones across many fronts. Russian strikes continue to target civilian infrastructure and energy facilities. For example, earlier this month, a large-scale attack hit Ukraine's energy grid, causing widespread power cuts in key cities like Kyiv, Dnipro, Kharkiv and Kremenchuk as winter sets in. On the front lines in eastern Ukraine, fights rage on. Some regions remain contested. Indeed, Russian advances continue in areas like the zones around the Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk regions. Despite the pressure, Ukrainian forces say they have inflicted heavy losses on Russian troops recently, destroying tanks, armored vehicles, artillery systems, and many unmanned drones and missiles. Ukraine has also struck back, not only on the battlefield, but via naval drone attacks on Russian Shadow Fleet oil tankers in the Black Sea, a move aimed at disrupting Russia's energy exports. The war has become more than just frontline fighting. It's a multi-domain conflict involving drones, missiles, infrastructure sabotage. A harsh reality as winter and deteriorating infrastructure increase civilian suffering. Recent Russian attacks have killed and wounded civilians. For instance, a drone attack killed one person and injured 11, including a child, near Kyiv. Power cuts and damage to energy infrastructure have left many without heat or electricity. A dangerous situation as winter grips parts of Ukraine, increasing the risk to civilian lives, especially in zones under frequent attack. The destruction of homes, disruptions to public services, and the constant threat of missile and drone strikes have deeply affected everyday life for millions, showing that this war continues to devastate beyond the battlefield. In parallel with fighting, there are active diplomatic efforts. Recently, a delegation from Ukraine traveled to the US to discuss a revised peace plan. Though talks remain difficult and progress is uncertain, the newly negotiated plan, reportedly trimmed from its original 28-point draft to around 19 points, attempts to balance complex demands about territorial integrity, security guarantees, and Ukraine's future. However, Moscow has already expressed sharp rejection. Russia insists that any ceasefire must involve Ukrainian withdrawals from territories Russia claims, a position that threatens to derail the talks. Meanwhile, amid war weariness and rising economic pressure, some in Ukraine warn of the risk of a frozen conflict, meaning years of low-intensity fighting and instability rather than a decisive end. Keep an eye on upcoming diplomatic developments. Will the US-backed plan gain traction? Will Russia accept terms, or will they harden demands, threatening new escalations? The winter season may worsen humanitarian conditions. Power outages, reduced heating, and infrastructure damage, affecting civilians the most. On the battlefield, Ukraine's ability to resist further drone and missile barrages, plus how effectively it can strike back at Russian logistics and Shadow Fleet infrastructure, may shape the war's near-term course. Finally, if peace talks fail, expect continued attritional warfare, which could further entrench destruction, displacement, and human suffering across Ukraine.